Are you overwhelmed? Tired, emotionally exhausted in a way you can't explain? If life has been pulling you in 1,000 directions, if you've been praying but nothing seems to change, if your heart feels heavy and you feel spiritually attacked, then stop for a moment. Because what you're about to hear is not just a message, not just a prayer, but a lifeline. A message Mary herself gave that was meant specifically for people who feel like you do right now, those drowning in pressure, fear, anxiety, and invisible battles. This message is ancient. It is powerful. And today it's for you. Life doesn't overwhelm us because we are weak. It overwhelms us because we are human, fragile, emotional, spiritual, and constantly fighting battles others don't see. Some people carry wounds from childhood. Some carry loneliness they never speak about. Some hide their tears behind laughter. Some go to bed every night hoping tomorrow will feel different, and wake up feeling the same heaviness. St. Padre Pio said, "Prayer is the oxygen of the soul." But Mary revealed something even more shocking. The moment you feel overwhelmed is the moment heaven fights hardest for you. That is why the Rosary exists. Not to decorate your car mirror. Not to sit forgotten in a drawer. But to become a weapon when your mind is tired, a shield when your heart is breaking, and a lifeline when you feel like you're drowning. Throughout history, from Lourdes to Fatima to Kibeho, Mary repeated one message over and over: pray the Rosary every day. People often hear this and think it's routine, ordinary, repetitive, but Mary meant something deeper. In her apparitions, she said, "The Rosary is powerful enough to stop wars, protect families, and defeat evil." But she also gave a message specifically for the overwhelmed. A message for those crushed under anxiety, sadness, and chaos. When St. Dominic begged heaven to help a world falling into confusion, Mary handed him the Rosary and said, "Whoever spreads my Rosary is saved." But there is a second line people rarely hear: whoever clings to it in suffering will never be abandoned. Never. Not sometimes. Not when things go well. Not when you feel holy. Never. This message was for you. Every time you pray a Hail Mary, something spiritual happens that most people cannot see. Hail Mary, full of grace. That sentence was the moment light broke through darkness. When you are overwhelmed, you're not just tired, you are under attack. Your peace is under attack. Your purpose is under attack. Your hope is under attack. And Mary is saying, hold the weapon heaven gave you. Each bead is a step out of fear. Each mystery is a door out of despair. The Rosary is not a ritual. It is spiritual CPR. Think about this. The moments when you feel most overwhelmed are usually the moments when someone betrayed you, someone left, finances collapsed, sickness entered, guilt returned, anxiety tightened its grip, hope felt far away. These are the exact moments saints said the enemy tries to whisper, "You're alone. You're tired. You're finished. No one cares. Why pray? Nothing will change." But Mary said something different. When you cannot pray, hold the Rosary. Because sometimes holding it is already a prayer. Sometimes touching it is already a cry for help. Sometimes simply whispering one Hail Mary breaks a spiritual chain you didn't know was choking you. Heaven hears the prayer of the overwhelmed more loudly than any other prayer. When you pray the Rosary consistently, something transformative happens. 1. Your mind calms. The rhythm of Hail Marys becomes a spiritual heartbeat. It slows your thoughts, pulls you out of panic, and silences inner noise. 2. Your fears lose their power. You stop living in survival mode. Your brain shifts from fear to trust. 3. Your heart softens. Forgiveness becomes possible again. Healing begins to flow. 4. Your faith strengthens. You start believing in miracles again. You start hoping again. You start breathing again. 5. Peace enters. Not ordinary peace, the peace Jesus promised. The peace the world cannot give. Mary's message was clear. The Rosary is the path that brings back peace to those who have lost it. If you clicked on this video because of the title, if you listened this far, if your heart is beating a little faster right now, then hear this. This is your sign. Not coincidence. Not random. not an accident. Heaven saw your exhaustion. Heaven saw your tears. Heaven heard your silent prayers. And this message reached you for a reason. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. And you are not powerless. Mary is not distant. She is a mother. And a mother always runs to a child who is hurting. Before this video ends, let me pray for you. Mary, Mother of Jesus, Mother of the overwhelmed, Mother of those carrying invisible battles, wrap this person in your mantle of peace. Lift the weight from their heart. Break every chain of fear, anxiety, and despair. Protect their home, their family, their future, their soul. And lead them gently into the peace that comes from your Son. Amen. If you need this peace, if you need strength, if you need healing, pick up your rosary tonight. This message was for you.